upset after finding out that Brock Lesnar failed 2 drug tests, 1 out of competition, 1 in competition. The out of competition test results came back after UFC 200, asked for Brock Lesnar's entire purse, asked for a clause put in his contract that he would get the entire purse of his opponent if they failed their next drug test, if they're booked against him and failed the drug test. That did not appear to happen. Was offered multiple fights, had to turn them down out of his own principles. Eventually, he accepted a fight against Alistair Overeem at UFC 209, March 4th in Las Vegas. That was not that long ago. And then I believe Tuesday evening, it was announced that he had filed this lawsuit against, as I said, Zuffa, Dana White, and Brock Lesnar. I have been in communication with the UFC, hoping to resolve this short of having to file the lawsuit. But ultimately, here we are. Yeah, and of course that didn't happen. You filed the lawsuit last week. Again, for the layman, can you tell us what the charges are?
Well, there's a number of causes of action. The most important ones are the racketeering claim and the fraud and conspiracy to commit fraud claims. There are some equitable claims like unjust enrichment thrown in there, which is basically a cause of action that says, hey, this isn't fair, and some breach of contract. But really the key claims are for the racketeering and for the fraud.
How much money are you seeking from the UFC?
Well, there's no real amount that you can put on it in terms of the lawsuit. When you are suing a smaller, more not profitable entity, or when you're suing somebody that doesn't make that much money, then the punitive damages that you would be entitled to would be based on the net worth. And, here our damages include a number of different things, but punitive damages is one of them. So there really isn't an amount that we can put on it.
Mark, you have said that you have turned down multiple fights because they wouldn't put this clause that you were asking for in the contract stating that you would get your opponent's purse if they failed a drug test. But eventually you did sign the bout agreement to fight Alistair Overeem. Why did you do that?
Well, there was the last thing they said to me was, if you don't take this fight, it'll go against your contract. So they put me in a position like, well, what am I supposed to do? I mean, you guys, they forced this fight on me, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Mark, is this uncomfortable for you in the sense that you're going to have to go out to Las Vegas to fight on this card, and this is probably still going to be pending? Does this make you feel uneasy at all?
No, it doesn't make me feel uneasy at all. I didn't put myself in the situation.
Right.
They did.
Uh-huh.
I don't really, but I'm not uncomfortable at all. I mean, shucks, if you want me to work, I'll go and work. But, if I can't get the fair circumstance that I'm asking for, well, then this is how it's got to be. You always help me out with what I'm asking, which is pretty fair. I'm not asking, I'm asking for an even playing field is all I'm asking.
And I wanted to get your take on this because at a conference call for this Bellator fight with Tito Ortiz, you said that it's actually in your contract that you will be fined $500,000 if you were to fail a drug test. And that's essentially what Mark Hunt is asking for. Is it a fair thing for Mark Hunt to ask for? And do you think that he would ever get his way and that any opponent that he faces from here until now would have some kind of clause in that contract?
Yeah, so Mark Hunt's going about this wrong. I don't like that he sued Dana White. Now, you have to understand what that means. Dana White, as a member of an LLC, has a corporate veil around him that will serve as some kind of legal protection. Mark Hunt attempted to pierce that corporate veil and sue Dana personally. I don't like that for many reasons. From a legal standpoint, let's see how this whole thing plays out. I don't know that he has the case, but I also don't know that I'm educated enough to speak on that. Particularly when you're bringing up a federal case like RICO charges, it gets very complicated and interesting. But I don't like that he named Dana personally. I think that was a little underhanded.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission has confirmed to ESPN that Nate Diaz is in the process of acquiring a professional boxing license in the state of Nevada, and that at this time the commission expects that it will approve that boxing license. Now, Nate Diaz is not commenting on why he's doing this, so we're sort of left where we were last year when Conor McGregor did this, and that is wondering why. Why are you acquiring a professional boxing license? Nate Diaz is under exclusive contract with the UFC, which you would think would prevent him from accepting any kind of offer to professionally box. So as of right now, I think we have to take this as mostly a symbolic gesture. You know, Nate Diaz trying to put a pressure on the UFC and Conor McGregor to get that trilogy fight. That's what he's wanted. A third fight with McGregor is really the only match that he says he's interested in. But we can't rule out the possibility that maybe Nate Diaz really is serious about this. He's going to see what offers come in the professional boxing world, sign a fight, and then force the UFC to basically prevent it. It's very early on in this. We'll have to see how this story develops, but it's very interesting that two of the biggest stars for the UFC in 2016 will have professional boxing licenses in a completely different sport in 2017.